Welcome to That's Pretty Neat with Rodger and Stefan, where we discuss neat, holistic, regenerative agriculture.
So Roger, it seems that our cows are starting to look a lot better since we started rotating quicker and the grass has been growing. Why is that?
Okay, so Stefan, so I was roughly out here 2 months ago, and your cows look thin. But if you remember at the time, I wasn't concerned. And the reason I wasn't concerned, as I told you, in the dry season, your cattle have to lose weight.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't lose weight, then you can't have compensatory weight gain come the growing season. If you don't have compensatory weight gain and a change, cows only cycle on a rising plane of nutrition. So if you're running a breeding herd and you need your cows to get pregnant, you need them to drop an egg and you need them to be cycling. So we actually have to not overfeed through the dry season because we want our animals to lose weight and then we want them to gain. And if you think about it, it's an evolutionary thing. So rough figures is you expect your animal to lose 100 grams per day for the entire dry season. And then with compensatory weight gain, which kicks in about a month after the rains have started and things have started growing again, a hormone gets released, and it's a growth hormone, and it triggers what we call compensatory weight gain. So even though you lost 100 grams per day for 9 months of the dry season, in only a 3-month wet season, you can gain all that weight back plus extra. So while you might lose 100 grams, there's some data that shows that animals gain 6 or 7 pounds per day.
Wow.
With compensatory weight gain. So once they've got a full body frame, they can lose meat and fat off the frame and then put it back on very quickly.
Okay.
So in the last 2 months, this herd has completely changed its shape. They're all looking like fat, thick barrels right now. And the 2 animals that your mother was concerned about, I'm completely not concerned about.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, that animal down there, there's no way that's the same skinny animal that it was 2 months ago. So compensatory weight gain is kicked in. Now, I was concerned because you are in winter. So your daylight hours are not the same as the rest of America. The rest of America, compensatory weight gain is connected to daylight hours. It triggers on, what's that, June 21st? Is when it triggers. And I was really worried with what would happen in California because this compensatory weight gain has not been triggered by daylight hours. This has been triggered by growth.
Yeah.
Now the research showed that they weren't sure whether it was triggered by growth or daylight hours because the rest of the world, when they have the growth, they also have the daylight hours. But the fact that yours has been triggered by growth with shorter days shows that it's triggered by growth, not by daylight hours. So that's actually really exciting that we've kind of confirmed that for here, because I had been worried. I didn't know what to advise you because I couldn't find any research that backed up the story one way or another. But the empirical evidence on the land is it's triggered by growth. And so the data did say it would take about a month for it to kick in, and it looks like it's following the data.
Yeah, I think we've been rotating since. Yeah, we're getting close to a month.
Close to a month. Okay.
27 days.
27 days, yeah. And I mean, it's showing these animals are ridiculously fatter than they were.
Yeah, by loads.
Now, the other thing I'd like to talk to you at the same time, though, is it's great that we've got the fantastic growth, but if we look at the dung, it's really runny and completely flat on the ground. Now, that indicates that we've got this very high nutrition going into the animal, but it's going in too fast and coming out too fast. So while the gain is good, what we found when we have compensatory weight gain, if the dung is too soft, we find we only gain 2 to 3 pounds a day. We actually need to get more lignin in to increase that weight gain up to the 6 and 7 pounds.
Okay.
So what I'm going to advise you now is to put a bale of oat hay with the scaffold, probably up where your multi-choice free-choice liquors, I would advise you to put a trailer there with a hay bale of just oat hay. And what you'll find is they'll stop grazing, they'll just go and take a mouthful or two of oat hay, and then they'll come back grazing, and then let's see what happens. But I suspect that when you do that, you'll find that the dung will get its shape back again.
Perfect. Yeah, I'll go get a bale in a little bit.
Okay. And then that should neatly solve the problems, and you should gain
You're
your
waiting
weight
for
again.
that one. You're waiting.
You can follow Rodger at d2gftf.com and also on his socials at Rodger Savory Holistic Management on YouTube and Facebook. We are Las Cumbres Ranch. You can follow us on social media at Las Cumbres Ranch over all platforms. And thanks for tuning in. It's been real neat.